Welcome back to Twin Terror. I'm Gary, and this is not David. So, David is on a plane coming home. He'll be home late tonight, and then he and I will probably record tomorrow. Woohoo! It is Saturday. It's 4 in the afternoon. I've been running around all day today. I've had a busy Saturday so far. And I haven't even had a chance to go through the comments yet on today's video with Jack Smith. So I promise you I will get to that. So especially for those of you that are like on the East Coast or in Europe, when you say good morning, I'll typically respond good morning, and it isn't lost on me that sometimes it's late at night by the time I get to your comments. So um, so like Sue Fleming, hope you're having a great day. It's midnight. Your day's probably done already. So anyways, I hope you're having a great time. Um, I just took a brief look at the news, and there was a Yahoo story that kind of cracked me up. Um, uh, Todd Blanche had an interview with ABC News on Friday, and his quote was, "There's been no effort to redact President Donald Trump's name from the release of the files stemming from the federal investigation into convicted sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein." I was like, are you freaking kidding me? You truly think that we believe that there was no effort at all made to redact Trump's name from the Epstein files? And it's funny because you can see how he tries to deflect on his next comment. He was asked whether every document that mentions Trump will be released as the government rolls out all these documents. And his response was, quote, "Assuming it's consistent with the law, yes. So there's no effort to hold anything back because the name Donald J. Trump or anybody else's name, Bill Clinton's name, Reid Hoffman's name. There'll be no effort to hold back or not hold back because of that." And so, again, we're not redacting the names of famous women, men and women that are associated with Jeffrey Epstein. It's like, did you see how that works? You know, the first thing is they basically lie and say they're not redacting anything with Trump's name, which is, I will ask the cards. Okay. Gary, the analyst, finds that laughable. They've been scrubbing those things and probably, quote unquote, misplacing the real damning ones for a long time. And don't you love how he drops like Bill Clinton's name? Like, oh, well, to prove we're fair, they've been trying to deflect this onto Bill Clinton like crazy. And it's just not gonna stick. Or at least Gary the analyst doesn't think it's gonna stick. Maybe we should ask that question, right? So let's take a look at this for entertainment purposes only. On the Epstein Files release, have they redacted and/or are they withholding damning testimony or damning evidence or damning documents against Donald J. Trump? Entertainment purposes only. This will be a four-carder yes or no. You got the foundation is the fool. So if we release him, we're going off the cliff. The main clarifier is Ace of Wands, taking actions. Okay, so you got the Fool, you got a new beginning, you're taking actions. These are both beginning cards. Another beginning card, Ace of Cups, because there's lots of emotion. There's a peace offering, and underneath it is the Queen of Cups. So are they withholding or hiding information that has Donald J. Trump in it? Are they hiding it? They keep saying how they're not hiding anything. They're the most transparent government. They think that we're fools and that we won't see their actions. The problem is that this is a very emotional issue, and they're releasing the documents as a peace offering, but inside, there's two underneath. I'm going to read this two ways. The public is really upset because this took so long, and that you're protecting pedophiles. And I think the they're also, in this case, this could also be the Trump administration or Trump himself trying to hold his emotions in, which he's not very good at with the Queen of Cups. So do I think they're redacting? I think they think we're fools, and that these actions are designed to fool us. That this is their peace offering, and they're hoping that the emotion goes away. But underneath it, they realize that people are very unhappy with things. I'm taking that as a yes. Okay, if you want to argue it in the comments with me, that's fine. I could be wrong. And is there potential bias there? Absolutely. I'm a human being. But I'm also an analyst. I've been doing analysis for 35 plus years. And granted, it's financial analysis, but the technique is kind of the same. You look at outcomes, you dig in and say, how did you get there? What are kind of the clues that should have tipped you off that you were heading that direction? And then you look for trends and repeatable patterns, right? And with Trump, it's all about deflection. It's all about lack of transparency. He tells half truths, which are half lies. He infers and lets you come to your own conclusion. It's just not a trustworthy person or administration. So, and they accuse everyone else of doing the crimes they commit. So if they said they're absolutely not redacting it, you can bet your dollar that they're redacting it. How is Trump feeling about this? Or let's see, how are Trump and Bondi feeling about this? Do they feel like they're getting away with something here? They think we're a bunch of fools and that we're going to buy their action. Okay, so how are they feeling about this? Okay, let's see. Beep. We know Todd Blanche has been told, here's the message. How are they feeling about it? Okay, Four of Wands. Okay, so this is about, look, everyone should be happy. We've taken actions to release the Epstein Files. Now we can all, but the challenge is they want everyone to be a big happy family and celebrate it because they've been so transparent. And I don't think we're feeling that way. The energy underneath it is the sun, that the truth, the light needs to shine on everything. There was heavy redactions in that. And I think, if you look at these wands as the actions they took to redact, that's what's preventing this from being a happy family. And the sun is shining. There was something I read, an article that there was like 16 documents that were briefly posted on the DOJ site, then they were taken down. And now there's speculation about what happened to those documents. Why did they disappear? So more and more of what's been going on is coming to light. In the past, you got the Two of Wands, Trump and Bondi taking their actions, looking to the future to get, in my opinion, to get Trump's name out of there, scrubbed as much as possible. There you go. Current situation is the Queen of Cups. They're hoping that this calms everybody down, and that's what we had on that four-carder that we just did. The energy underneath was the Queen of Cups. They're hoping that this calms things down. Overarching energy is, as the sun is shining more and more, we learn more and more, people are going to abandon this. And when I say abandon this, not abandon the Epstein case, abandon Trump and their support of him. I pointed this out before because I found it fascinating. The Eight of Cups, the emotional walking away. The Nine of Cups is the smug merchant, the hopes, wishes, dreams fulfilled. This is like, you didn't make it to hopes, wishes, dreams fulfilled. This is short of that. This is almost the opposite of that. This is that I need to get away from this. I can't stand this anymore. Lesson to be learned is the Three of Wands. And I'm going to do a reading on this, that the Three of Wands is about looking to the future, but it's also waiting for your ship to come in. All right. So how are they feeling? They've taken actions. They've done their redactions. They're hoping this makes everyone happy. They took their actions. They're hoping this people calm down, but people are going to start walking away as they learn more. And I think the lesson to be learned is there may be evidence coming or actions taken overseas that causes people to walk away and shines that light. Because I've gotten a lot of questions in the comments. There's other files out there. Are other nations, other countries going to release information that the U.S. has decided it can't release or is lost? And we'll ask that question. The outcome, justice. Okay, so how are Bondi and Trump feeling? They've done their redactions. They're hoping everyone's happy. But the light is going to shine on this information and show what actions they took. They're trying to get everyone to calm down. People are walking away because they see what's coming in the future, and justice is what's coming in the future. So it's kind of it starts with how they're feeling, but it ends with what's going to happen. All right. So let's ask that question. Will there be information released from overseas, from other countries, that shines a light on information that has either been redacted or conveniently misplaced? Did I mention this is for entertainment purposes only? Are we all entertained? Hopefully we're entertained. Okay. Will information come from overseas that shines a light on information that has been redacted or purposely hidden? Okay, you got the Four of Cups. Not happy with what's been happening. So, it's that Three of Wands is kind of the card that makes me think of this. So you've got the Four of Cups. Not happy with what's being offered, but there's an alternative out there. King of Pentacles. Main clarifier. There's a wealth of information out there. There's people out there that have this information. They're not happy with what's going on, and they've got the information. And you've got to take care of the people, the survivors of this. And you need to make something happen. You need to look out for the people that don't have the power. The people that have the power might not be giving back what they should, and it's unjust. That's certainly what might motivate a third party to release information. I don't know if I got a yes or a no out of that. So let's just ask one more time. Will there be significant information that comes from a third party source? How's that? From an alternative source that really shines a light on what's been happening with Epstein. Third party source that releases information that shines a light on this. Okay, the offer is going to be made. It's going to bring an end to the situation. It's going to expose the crazy. The King of Cups, that ever dreaded King of Cups, the whole who's been manipulated, the manipulation of emotions, and then who's been the Lover's card, the relationships, and who's been manipulating who. Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you what. If the other reading didn't give it to me, this one feels really good. Is there going to be a third party that comes out with it? Let's look at it one more time. There's an offer is going to be made. It's going to bring an end to all of this. It's going to expose the crazy, and how emotions are manipulated, or someone who's got supreme control over their emotions has an involvement in this, and it exposes the deep relationships that are going on here. I want to take a look at something. Stand by. Okay, I just wanted to read a kind of a definition. Every once in a while, I like to refresh my memory of what the definition of things are. Cups are about emotion. King of Cups. Basically, it says a fair man, a man of business, law, or divinity, responsible, disposed to, and to oblige the curate. Reverse, it means dishonest, double dealing man, roguery, exaction, injustice, vice, and scandal. So since I'm reading in the upright, it's a, you can read it as a fair man of business or a fair man of law. And since we're asking, is there going to be a release of this? This would suggest that there is someone that believes in fairness and is a lawful person that is going to play a role in this. So, and expose the relationships that were going on. So I apologize for the pause. I apologize that sometimes I need to refresh my memory. But boy, oh boy, that sure feels like information will probably come from a third-party source. Whether that's a country, whether that's the Epstein estate, whether that is a survivor who has some information that will unlock things. There's something out there, and it's going to unlock it, and it's going to expose everything. All right. I think that's what I got for this reading here. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. I'm looking forward to David coming back. The channels, the readings are a completely different vibe when it's just me. You tend to get more of the uplift and positivity. When Dave and I get together, you get a balance of the uplift and a little bit more of the cynicism, but you get a lot of the humor because Dave and I like to play off each other, and that's just kind of what we do. So hopefully we'll set you up with some good laughs and some enjoyable readings coming up in the next couple days or so. Anyways, I want to give a couple of shout outs to Heather, Kennedy, wanted Evie, her cat who's recovering from double ear infection, to give her some healing thoughts and healing energy. And I'm going to give Evie a shout out. Evie, yeah, there you go. Take your medicine, Evie. You're going to be okay, my dear. And then Susie wants a shout out for her cat named Tank. That's a great name. So Tank, you get the 6 of Swords. Hopefully on that boat, they're going to take it over to the really good food. In my mind, if you got a cat named Tank, he's a big boy. Let's see. Elizabeth Thornburn, your readings always make me feel better. Oh, thank you. Thank you to you and your brother. Zebra and Fish send holiday purrs. Hi, Zebra. Hi, Fish. Ace of Cups. That is a very sweet gesture. Ace of Cups, it's all about emotions and everyone feeling those emotions. Okay. Susan Francis. Yay. Hi, Susan. Susan made a very thoughtful donation to the channel. You get the Hermit. Dave is going to be looking for that donation. He'll never find it. Let's see. Debbie Smith, my oldest daughter, is celebrating her 47th birthday on the 19th. Oh, today's the 20th. Hey, happy day after your birthday. She's catching up with me. Yeah. Yeah, my kids are never going to catch up to me. I got way too much of a head start. So Debbie Smith, to your daughter, Queen of Cups, let's keep the emotions in check there because she probably doesn't want to catch up that badly. And then that may be it. Oh, I've got one last one, Chromatic Daisy, who's saying hello from the Insomnia Club in Western Kentucky. Hey, say hi to Michelle for me. Okay. Oh my gosh, lots of cats here. They let's see, let me read this. There are 2 daisies that watch you along with our crew of rescues. I used to say that the house was too big after my husband died. Then I added 1 old friend and 10 warm fat kitties. And the house needs 5 more rooms for them to sleep in. Okay, right now they got the twin boys Pudding and Mr. Noodles. And their mother is just showed up pregnant and had 7 kittens, 5 male yellow tabbies and 2 gray striped little girls. So she was able to find home for 2 of the boys. The rest are with her. So the queen's name is Chi Chi, which is fancy pants, and she earned her fancy pants with her last litter of 7. Oh my God, I should probably throw a whole bunch of cards, but here you go. Knight of Wands. Boy, oh boy, there's a lot of actions that have to happen in your household with all those kitties. The cat distribution center is working very well. Anyways, I hope you're all having a great day. A card for the rest of us. Oh, there you go. 4 of Wands. Let's celebrate the actions that benefit both Republicans and Democrats, that benefit everybody. Because, I think there's one thing we could agree on, that common ground is found where we don't support pedophilia and we don't support those that are hiding evidence and hiding the truth and trying to not shine the light on those that have committed these atrocious acts on kids. So let's stick together. We'll get there. Hope you're all having a great day, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care, folks. Bye.